you know, even like the Bulls, the triangle offense, you know what I'm saying? That system Phil Jackson had brought to Chicago, he took the same shit to LA with Shaq and Kobe, and the shit worked. So I'm more of a system person, you know, creating a formula for something, being a machine, you know, that's the most important thing to me behind kind of anything in the entertainment industry.
Like creating like the formula.
Yeah, the formula on how you do it, because especially when you're creating the formula, it's new, and if it works, you know, you can stick somebody else in it and run the same blueprint. I kind of stepped back. I was about to like stop producing. I was about to quit producing, bro. I was just about to say, I wanted to be a playmaker, bro. Like everybody, version of success different. You know, I'm from Suffolk, Virginia. I got plaques. I done did the placements. I've been on tours. I done lived at the heights of this shit. But I understand the business like more better than being actual playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be me retiring from the NBA being a coach. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to make plays. I see these artists who got potential. I see how I could be effective in culture of the music, the area, and just to an artist from shit, bro. I done learned from Lex Luke. I done learned from Mike Will. I done been around the ASAPs. I done been around these people I got these placements with at the height of their careers, and I'm just grateful and blessed today. You know, let me be a part, be around to meet the people, soak up the information, to be able to teach, because I felt like me producing was cool, but me giving the knowledge and the game to the area, to my friends, to the people who just missing one thing to change their life, like I could tell them. And you run into a lot of people now that you say gatekeepers who don't want to tell you because a lot of people just insecure or they never really done anything. If we had more information on how to do this type of shit and stick to the doing good business, because we already make great music out here. We just need to know the outlets on how to activate the plug for real. That's the only thing.
So you think there's still, I don't want to say gatekeepers, but there's still certain people that you have to work with or be with to take it to that next level? Like, are you saying it's over for the going viral on your own and just being independent?
I mean, I always say you can't plan viral. I always say that. No matter how much you want to do something crazy, you just can't plan viral. But I just feel like
my point is really like I don't even know if labels can do it anymore. I don't know if there is a structure or a system that can blow an artist up anymore. I was commenting on some post recently, like they were talking about how just the game has changed now, and how it was like somebody from a label talking about how it's harder to break an artist now.
Right.
And I feel like it's always been this hard. It's just back in the day, before we had social media, before we had platforms where artists could go viral on their own and really take it there on their own.
Right.
The only artist you would ever even know exist as a regular fan is the artist that the label puts in front of you. Right? So there's no competition. So now if I'm a label and you're a fan, you're just a music listener, consumer, the only artist you even know about is the ones I show you. Right. So now I can show you anything, and just by showing it to you enough times, now it grows on you,
right? And
you learn to love it. But that's
like
not
it.
Because my artist my artist under my label is necessarily the best artist. That's just because I force fed it to you.
Yeah.
Now we're in an era where anybody could do it. So that's why I feel like you're seeing labels have a harder time breaking people, because you can't just throw money at it anymore. Like, you actually have to be dope. You actually have to resonate with people. So yeah, I don't even know if a label can do it anymore.
I think they can. I think they just cheap.
They're just cheap?
Yeah. This is a little cheaper nowadays. If you could spend $10 every day to survive for the whole day, would you even think about spending $100?
I mean, I guess if you wanted to splurge and get some extra shit.
You feel what I'm saying? But that's like by choice. If the game was going off of, I got to spend $100 every day to live, and that's the standard. And that one person that, I spent $10 to live, everybody going to stop paying that $100 to pay $10 to live.
You're saying the labels are doing bare minimum just to stay afloat.
Because they know it can, because like I said, like, you remember Timberland? Let's not say Timberland. Hype Williams used to probably charge like $100,000 or millions for videos. Soulja Boy started shooting videos by himself. Chief Keef started shooting videos by himself. They cut that shit out.
They stopped doing the big budget videos.
You feel what I'm saying? Because somebody's saying, we can make it by doing this and not spending this. Oh, okay.
I can make the same amount of money as you made off that $1 million video with this $10,000 video.
Right. Or make it look like it, or just get a different effect on it because it's so new, because it's more misery in the world than happiness. You know what I'm saying? Misery love company. So if the bar for something is so low that people can achieve at that shit and be successful, ain't nobody gonna want to take the bar higher because they want to do the simplicity is key to less is more, to do less and maximize. Like, that's the game anyway. Rather than you got that person going above and beyond to show you that I'm not like y'all, I'm different. My video is going to look way different. My marketing going to be different. My song's going to be different. And hey, if you don't understand it now, so what? Fucking what? You can get this shit later, because all that simple shit usually go out the window.
I would say in creative stuff, it's probably harder to create a formula that can, like, your formula won't last as long, maybe as compared to basketball, which the sport stays the same.
Right.
But like creativity, the formula has to evolve to the times.
Right, exactly.
Like the same thing you did even a year ago might not work today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's use, for example, these hanging mics.
Yeah.
Hanging mics was popping all last year. 2023, if you make a hanging mic video, that's what people were accustomed to seeing, wanted to see at that time. That's how songs were breaking. But now, just a year later, that same formula of the hanging mic doesn't hit the same.
It get oversaturated, man. And I was just talking about that. Like, things be like oversaturated because when somebody sees how easy something is or how cheap something could be, you know, everybody gonna jump on it because everybody want to save more or spend less as possible.
Or think less as possible.
You know what I'm saying?
Not have to come up with,
So, like, I say the same thing. Like, shout out to everybody doing the hanging mics. You know, you can't get shit off, but I feel like what music is, like, we need the art, the bar, it gotta, like, be creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a just tough critic on this shit anyway.
Yeah, I think there's definitely room for improvement in the actual music that artists are dropping, but I want to see an improvement in the media too.
Yeah.
I feel like hip hop right now. What's the media of what's the new generation media of music, of hip hop? You got the legends. You got Joe Budden. You got academics.
Right.
You got $1 Million with the Game now.
Right.
But they're not breaking artists. On the radar, from what I see, is pretty much the only people breaking artists.
Right.
And I mean, even their content is not that like extravagant. It's just somebody rapping on the mic.
Right.
So it is what it is. It's working. I commend them for that.
Right.
But I don't think that's like the top tier level of what media could be for the space.
Right. And it's crazy you say that because, like I said, I be missing all of that, especially like where I come from in music when, you know, it had hits from the streets, 106 and Park, you know, even the Room Raiders, even TRL. I say all that to say, like, you know, we doing a podcast now, but it's the thing when I say about we need to be more creative with the art, you know, bring that back. Because the answer to your question, Cast or Not is probably the closest thing probably to one of the top platforms in breaking artists or playing music or just people tuning in because, like, this shit evolving. But I would like to see, you know, that style of media content come back on breaking artists, displaying artists, the videos, even vlogs. Vice was doing a good job at it. At one point when Vice first came out, they did, you know, the cooking shows, the new artists, documentaries and all of that. Genius. But I think everything is becoming so fucking microwave now that like I said, people just want to think less and just give the people something just so it could be out and hope it take off rather than be strategic.
I just think it's funny looking back or just looking at how the times change.
Right.
Like just how we saying some like things will stop working. Even like for another example of things that stopped working, for like maybe 5-7 years before now, it was cool to copy people.
Right.
You could literally make music that sounds just like somebody else's music, and if it sounds decent enough, you will have a fan base. Right. Nobody will call you out on that. Like, yo, you sound like this person.
Right.
You really just take the whole swag. But I feel like even that's not working anymore.
No.
It's over with. And we're getting back to the point where, and also like, I've said this before too, but like, okay, so this was the TikTok effect, bro.
Right.
The TikTok effect was everybody's a creator now, but not every creator is creative.
Right.
That's why trends became popping.
Right.
Because like we're saying, it's a formula. You don't have to really get that creative. You just plug and play your little idea into this trend that's already popping, this viral dance, this viral trend, whatever it is. So we're seeing a bunch of regular people that aren't really that inspiring or creative go up, and it's oversaturating it for the real creatives.
Right.
And that's kind of dead now too, I feel like.
Yeah.
I think in this next 5 years, we're about to see real art come back. and shit that's inspirational.
Yeah.
Like I forgot who I was talking about it with, but it's like, bro, when we was coming up, I'm 28. When I was coming up, all the shit I was consuming, the art shit online, it was inspiring.
Right.
But now I'm stuck in this loop, or I'm scrolling through social media. I might scroll through 100 videos and only one of them might inspire me.
Right.
It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
I don't know.
Not the same. Like I said, just unoriginal. And we getting back to the time where, like you said, people gotta be original. I had seen Lex say it one time about like the loops, you know, don't kill me producer community, but the loops, like
using loops?
Yeah, like using loops, like they cool and stuff, but the energy, you know what I'm saying? There's no energy in back when you heard Justice League create a beat, or when you heard Lex create a beat, or you can really listen to a producer beat and be like, oh yeah, that's Metro, or that's TM, that's Southside. But like you got shit like Arcade.
They actually made it from scratch, not using.
And it's a sound, it's a vibe. They put their energy on it, their own rhythm, their own melody. When you know you got these loop programs, you could just hit one fucking button and it'll play the whole shit, or it got all the sounds already there, and you could just put the key. It literally, the shit do it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Is that easier in one hand though to create and get creative with
it's easy. It's quicker because like you working smart and not working hard. You know what I'm saying? You using what they give you. You just putting it in a different key, and you know somebody put some drums over it. You know what I'm saying? That's how the loop game go for real.
So we talking about formulas. You talking about loops. I seen you dropped a drum kit.
Yeah, I dropped a drum kit. Yeah.
How was that? Is that your first drum kit? Like how was that?
Nah, that was my third or fourth drum kit. When I first came, I used to drop drum kits, and I used to sell them joints. Used to sell them out, and I did this one with my guy Moon from South Carolina. He like my young boy. I be teaching him shit. Bro, fire as hell. So I just did a kit with him, you know what I'm saying, to make some bread, make some chicken, and just, you know, give away some of the sounds. Not all of them, but, you know, just for producers can create with that shit to sound different.
So do you differentiate a drum kit versus like a loop kit, or
yeah, cause
you look at the difference of those two?
The loop kit probably have the drums and the sounds and the melodies already in melody already. The drum kits, they just like kick, snare, hi-hat. Like I send you the sounds that make the loops.
Like individually, they're just like one snare.
Individually.
Like, okay.
Yeah, rather than the loop kit, it might just be a melody where you can just put the drums and the snare on that shit yourself. Me personally, like, it's Lil Yachty said it one time. He was like, yo, like, all the music starting to fucking sound the same. And I'm like...
Starting?
Yeah, I'm like, the shit sounding fucking same because y'all using the same fucking beats. Y'all using the same loops to the point, like, the piggyback, like, you can't even distinguish a producer anymore.
Because they all sound the same.
They all sound the same. If you ain't an OG producer, or if you don't got no tag, it's no way that you can be like, oh, that's my favorite loop maker. He's my favorite melodic maker. He's my favorite... No, like... It's different now. The beats just sound good, but it's really no energy in it. That's why everything sounds the same.